So this question looks like is going to be a translate word problem question. It's a very long question. I also see the variable in the exponent position in all of these answer choices. And whenever I see that, I like to just figure out, well, what does it mean for that variable to be 0, right? So I haven't read the question yet, so I'm not sure what it means. But usually that's my first step, is to figure out, well, what if it was equal to 0, and does the correct answer make any sense at that position? So let's get started. The question says, according to a model, if 100 people see a sequence of 3 letters, 87 of them will recall this sequence immediately after seeing it. Okay, I think I'm getting a sense of what t equals 0 is, right? So t is probably time, but let's figure this out. The next sentence, the model predicts that this number will decrease by 14% of the number the previous second for each second that passes. Which function represents this model, where f of t is a predicted number of people who will recall the sequence after t seconds have passed? Perfect. So t equals 0 is synonymous with immediately. T equals 0 means no time has passed, which means it is immediately. The question says 87 should be our answer if we don't let time play a role here. So what happens with choice A? If I put a 0 here, 0.87 to the 0 power is just 1. 14 times 1 is 14, so that is not equal to 87, so A is gone. If I put a 0 here, 0.14 to the 0 power is 1. 87 times 1 is 87, so we're going to keep choice B as a possibility. If I put a 0 here, the same thing, 1 and 87, so choice C is also good, and choice D will also be good as well. All right, so we were only able to cross out one of our answer choices based upon that information. So only choice A we know for sure is gone. All right, so then what else were we told? The model predicts that this number will decrease by 14% of the number the previous second for each second that passes. All right, so that means at t equals 1, we should be at 87 times, if I'm decreasing by 14%, that actually means that I am at 86% of my previous value. Hopefully that makes sense, right? So if I have 87 and I go down by 14%, so I'm subtracting 14%, then if 87 was equivalent to 100% of what we had to start off with, which is the case here, then I should be at now 86%, right? Because 100% minus 14% is 86%. So here's how I would find 86% of 87. So when t equals 1, this is what I should have. Hopefully that makes sense. When t equals 1, based upon the question, I should have 86% of my 87 that I started off with the second prior, which was at t equals 0. So when t is 1, oh, that's gone. So when t is 1 here, I have 87 times 0.14. That's not what I want. When t is 1 here, I have 87 times 0.86. That is exactly what I want, and I'm sure that is the correct answer. When t is 1 here, I have 87 times 1.14. That would be a 14% increase, actually. That's 100% plus 14%. So D is gone. So for that reason, C is the correct answer.